Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video. And on October 12th, 2021, less than a year and a half ago, Hearthstone Mercenaries launched to much fanfare. Okay, it was not really that. Their demonstration, their reveal, a whole presentation for it was a completed, just disaster. But the launch itself was like, okay, people seemed mildly interested, and then things just fell apart. And well, yes, less than a year and a half later, we have a major update on Mercenaries that it's basically going the way of Heroes of the Storm, and is going to be a dead mode going forward. We'll go into that update in a second. If you feel like I've earned your subscription and you enjoy the content on the channel, please hit the sub button down below, give the video a like. It helps the channel out a ton, and we would like not to die like Hearthstone Mercenaries, so yes, please hit that sub button. But yes, this is the Mythic update. Hearthstone Mercenaries will be getting a Mythic update with patch 25.4. That's always the patch that contains the mini set, which has not yet been announced, and Brawlzium is still going on, so they won't announce it until that's over, so probably on Thursday. But yes, basically what's going on here is they are giving one last major update to the Hearthstone Mercenaries mode as we align our goals and focus on continuing to make Hearthstone the best digital card game in the world. And well, Mercenaries, not really a part of that picture apparently. They're excited also to share more details about the next Hearthstone year, core set, and expansion ahead of 25.6, so that's coming soon. But first, we want to talk about the major Mercenaries updates coming 25.4. We'll go over it briefly, and if you still care about mercs and all of that, they're adding 6 more Mercenaries will join the village. I guess these will be the last 6 you'll ever be if you're into Mercenaries, as it's our final planned infusion of new collectible mercs into the mode, and they're some of our most interesting Mercenaries yet. They don't even outline what they are. We'll get them in the patch notes, which I will give you guys an update on once they're out. That'll contain the mini set and all that. We always go through the patch notes, and they'll have over 120 mercs for players to collect, add to their parties, level up and max out. That's one bustling village. I love the positivity of our mode is dead. It's failed. We're just gonna ditch it, and this is the last little bit we had worked on. But yes, they have dual types, rework types, factions, and more. They'll have dual type, I guess, like Sylvanas can be a high elf undead. They'll be gaining factions like Horde and Alliance based on the flag in the upper right. So like they were working on stuff. The team they had on it had ideas, and they're just being cut off. Like there's no way around it. This was obviously, this wasn't the plan. They were like, okay, we'll expand, we'll keep going. And somebody up top said, mercs ain't worth it. It's not making money, and it's not going to recover. And that's the way it's looking. You already know Horde Alliance, but now they will have clear flags to show where their loyalties are. That'd have been nice for those quests like a year ago, where you had to like play a Horde minion or like an Alliance minion. I can't remember. It was part of, it's been a while since I've even really played them on, like the majority of us. And yeah, they'll have the Empire, Legion, Scourge factions, different enemies of Azeroth, blah, blah, blah. And they're adding the Mythic Boss Rush endgame content coming soon. The final big system update to mercs is a new and challenging Mythic Boss Rush endgame system at its core. It's a gauntlet of bosses with randomized elements that you can face to earn more renown. That's the new system they put in, where if you have excess coins, you can get more renown, and then you can max out your mercs. Mythic Boss Rush is weekly content, with a new boss rush unlocking every day throughout the week until a reset at the end of the week. Each boss rush is like a bounty with 3 bounty boss fights in a row, leading to a final boss that is 2 bounty bosses at the same time. So, I mean, if you're into the mode, at least there's like endless PvE content. You don't have to worry about facing bots on their ladder and all that. You get endless content in theory. So I guess that's cool if you're into that. And it has been streamlined to include only the most interesting PvE content. There are no point of interest nodes or mob fights, just bosses. Bosses will also have random anomalies that make them stronger, with power that scales based on the sliding difficulty you can set for yourself. You earn a renown as a reward for each clear, with the bulkier rewards being granted after your first clear, based on the difficulty you were set for that run. How are you supposed to take on a bevy this big of bad bosses? In Mythic Boss Rush, you'll be able to spend your renown to upgrade Merc's abilities, equipment, treasures, and stats beyond those maxed. So this is a way of like always running out of renown, I guess. Those upgrades persist from boss rush to boss rush, letting you take on. So I guess you don't lose those and you over level and it only counts for that, apparently. Okay. These upgrades don't carry over to regular bounties or the fighting pit. So it's not like a pay to win advantage for a mode that nobody cares about. And you'll be able to unlock Mythic Boss Rush via free upgrade to the travel point. So you don't have to, like, I haven't even got that whole thing where you can like level up a merc while you're AFK or whatever. That costs gold. I never spent like the 100 or 200 gold on that. I'm like, no, I will not do it. I level them all up on my own and I'm going to keep it that way. And at least this is free. So if you're into mercs, there is stuff and it'll be there forever. But as they end here, after these updates, we'll be focusing on making the Hearthstone and Battlegrounds modes the best they could be. No, not mercenaries, not duels either. How dare they? Or classic. Give classic something. At the same time, I guess Hearthstone includes duels, includes arena. I'm assuming it all includes that. Regardless, I'm being sarcastic anyways. At the same time, mercenaries will continue to get support for bug fixes and periodic balance changes as needed, but no further regular content updates. With the new additions in this patch, we hope that mercenaries will be a fun, fulfilling mode for players. To everybody who has ever chased a bounty or gathered around the campfire, we thank you for making this chapter in Hearthstone's history special, and we hope you'll enjoy everything Hearthstone Mercenaries has to offer in 25.4 Scene the Tavern. So yeah, I mean, most people have ditched this mode. It's super unpopular. There are people that play it and love it. It sucks, you know, it sucks at a mode that had some promise. I think most of us can say there was something probably there, but it was so botched in its execution. It was so botched in the way it played out, the pricing of everything, the sporadic updates, the bad balance, the lack of excess coin usage for over a year, the bots plaguing the ladder. There has been so many issues, and it's just like, it was too much for them to ever really take on. It was, to me, this mode was all about pre-orders. This mode was all about selling that Diablo pre-order, that Sylvanas pre-order, that Lich King pre-order, and they got a lot of money out of it. Ben Lee bragged on a podcast that they made a lot of money off Hearthstone Mercenaries, and the only thing at the time they could have made money off of was the pre-orders. And less than a year and a half later, their promise of a fun, like, continued updated mode, they're abandoning. So they got their pre-order money and ran. I bought it, Engine bought it, a lot of people bought it. Hopefully you didn't. And yeah, it's kind of a slap in the face to those people that have invested that mode that within a year and a half, it's dead. And it's on the front page of your Hearthstone client. So I wonder if they'll replace it or let us customize it. Let me put arena back there or put duels there. That'd be nice in that mercenary spot. But overall, yeah, this is a big change in the fact that there will be no more updates at all for mercenaries after this next patch. It's gone, it's kaput. And yeah, I feel bad for whatever devs are still working on it. Hopefully they get reassigned. They're not losing. I just hope nobody's losing their job over this. And you know, there was obviously stuff in the works. They have these banners set up, dual tribes. They set all that up just for the mode to not get updates. Where, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of a bummer to see, but at the end of the day, I don't think anyone's super surprised. And unlike Heroes of the Storm, which had a big following, which had a big fan base, this really just doesn't. And I don't expect to see people talking about this mode other than some random trivia or a meme in the next like year or two, which we're already doing anyways, right? We're already doing. So yeah, this will probably be our last like Hearthstone Mercenaries type of update. I guess when we talk about the patch notes, we could go over those mercs that are on there briefly while we go over whatever mini set stuff and whatever updates are coming with the mini set and all that. So I'll keep you guys posted on the news and the events and all that stuff. But yeah, kind of a bummer for those that play mercs. I feel very bad for all 6 of you. And yeah, I just hope nobody lost their job. That's the main thing. That would be the worst part about all of this. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.